How did Big Mama even start?
It's just a ticket to live a better life.
I would not be a baby mama to anybody.
There are some people that their business plan for life is to get pregnant for a rich person.
Life could have happened to a single mother.
Yeah.
A Big Mama happened to life.
You can find a single mom that is married because the husband is not emotionally, financially, and all the other aspects of father anything.
It's now clear that the concept of being a baby mama is now an aspirational thing for some people.
For some people, yes.
Is there any reason that will make it worthwhile or justified to be a baby mama? Welcome to Soso TV channel, a place where we discuss men and everything about people that love them. So we're going to be discussing a very important topic today, a sensitive one, a controversial one, and when I come back, I'll be introducing my crew. Welcome back to the TV channel. I hope you are logged on and without any intention of going out in the next 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Today, I have my crew with me. Let's start with the ladies. And to my left, I have Ashabi. I say the pretty Ashabi to my left. And to my right, I have the Don.
The Don.
Oyebu, Azubike Oyebu.
Yes.
We prefer. And then my fine boy.
I try.
Presley Ajewale.
Very humble.
You know, today we are going to be discussing a very, very sensitive topic. Controversial. And it's called baby mama. Baby mama.
What is that?
In the last 5 to 10 years, we probably have had that word. It's become a buzzword. People are talking about it. And how did Big Mama even start? In fact, let me start with Ashadi. What is Baby Mama?
Hello, everyone. I'd like to say that baby mama is the term named for when a lady gets pregnant or has a child out of wedlock for a man. So she becomes his baby mama.
So it's not single mother, it's baby mama.
Baby
It's
mama.
an elevated one.
It's an elevated single mom because, you're not married.
What is elevated about it?
Elevated single mom, the baby now.
Because it's classy, it's not just single.
Yeah, but you single
nothing
mom now. Single mom is that you have a baby and you are single.
Yeah.
So
I think the question was
mom
what's the difference between a single mom
and a baby mom? So you can find a single mom that is married because the husband is not emotionally, financially, and all the other aspects of father anything. It's not tempting.
But single.
Yes. There are single moms out there. Married
but single.
Someone out there is thinking, when I fill the forms next and it says single married, maybe they should create another box that says single mom, married but single, or single. What's going on?
My goodness.
But I'm going to be going to Don because it's now become a social media trend.
Yeah.
Baby mama is definitely the connotation of importance, of classy. It wasn't like that when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But what do you think has caused this?
Well, so a lot of things have changed. There are a number of things that we used to see as bad before that society has somehow tried to portray as okay or good, and some have even been elevated, like she said. I feel that it's more of a societal thing, right? That's one. And then number two, I think also is because of the increase of greed. Now, let me tell you why I think it is greed. Now, there are some people that their business plan for life is to get pregnant for a rich person.
Interesting.
And the moment they get pregnant for that rich person, it secures their destiny because by blackmail or otherwise, they will have something to hold on to that rich person.
Right.
Right. So there you will not remove the place of greed in the whole arrangement.
Right.
That's an interesting take.
It feels like with every comment everyone has shared, we're just opening up something.
And because it got
This is another
something deeper. Okay, but in the past, will I even say in the past? Because I know people that will grow up together who have 3, 4, 5 siblings from different fathers. So it's not a new phenomenon, but it has now gathered some storm. In those days, people didn't go, there was no online anyway. Or people didn't go to announce to say, I have 5 children.
At those times, you hide your kids.
Yes.
You don't want to be associated with the fact that I had a child outside wedlock, or your parents are not even proud of it, right? Now, is that a good thing? Not necessarily. Right? Because that's a form of discrimination. But right now, it is more active. Now, it's more active where you know that in my mind, I want to be a baby mama, and then you can almost like pick this person, and then they plot their way into your life, are able to have intercourse with you at certain times in their lives. However, for some people, it is a fling that they are having.
Right.
But someone else
has an agenda.
Has an agenda.
There we go.
Yes.
Right. So while you will not want to discriminate about it, but you know that some people are intentional about it.
Right. Okay. So what I get from what you're saying is that life could have happened to a single mother.
Yeah.
A baby mama happened to life.
Sometimes, maybe.
Well, I can neither confirm nor
deny.
Okay, so let's even look at the reasons why this thing is gathering some storm, gathering some, it is becoming a rolling moss and it's gathering moss as it's going. Now, so could it be less significance about marriage, importance of marriage? Could it be economic factors? Could it be the fact that people that we now call the
influencers
are now pushing it in our faces? That's not a big deal. Could it be economic pressure? Are people having independence? Ashabi, you want to jump on this?
Yeah, I'd love to say something about that. So it's all the factors, but I feel like they all connect to one thing. If as a person you're not grounded, influencers can influence you to take bad decisions or decisions out of your own principle.
You're almost saying that it's bad decision.
It's a bad decision.
But that's
to be a baby mama. But that's my personal view about that. Okay, I would not be a baby mama to anybody. All the best to whoever decides to do that for whatever reason that they do it.
But
and as we've established,
it comes with the place in Lekki. It comes with
a package.
It comes with PJ.
Full option.
Anytime you want it. It comes with chauffeur and driver, even escorts.
I mean,
and then freedom. You're not committed to anybody. Yeah, the money is coming in. Why shouldn't a young girl just say, why am I killing myself over this idiot? But even calling him is not picking phone. He's always giving attitude. Meanwhile, there is one baba that will probably see you once in 1 month.
Okay.
You can see I'm a guy by the side. And then all this money. Schools paid in dollars. Why?
Okay, so
like Don said, why can't I plan my life to, make it easy for me?
But you've mentioned all these things that it comes with, except security. It doesn't come with security.
What kind of security?
There's a security that marriage provides for a woman.
This is marriage.
Yes.
People that is disposable.
It's not an assumption.
We said there is the influence of marriage and the tolerance of marriage is dwindling. People are asking themselves, is it even of any significance?
There's a lot of factors that make people come to that conclusion. Where they are coming from, the people that they associate themselves with, what they themselves do as a person, the things that they involve themselves in. These things come together, and then you find that, okay, so a man or a lady that has constantly been betrayed by guys that come into our life and say, oh, I want to get married to you, and then he eventually leaves the country.
Right. And I'm getting old. Right.
And I'm getting old.
40s are nothing.
And societal pressures too. Before you know it, our family is asking her, when are you going to get married? You are just buying car, you are flying up and down. Won't you get married? You need to get married though. And then she's like, but all the people that want to marry, they don't want to marry me. Okay, you know what? If I have a child, maybe these people will stop disturbing me. And papa, she finds somebody, has sexual intercourse, gets pregnant, has a baby. Then her eyes will now open. Like,
you are assuming it will open because some ladies because some ladies actually go all out to say, I don't need a guy.
Oh, I'm going to take care of the baby.
Yeah. And they can't
in fact,
that baby.
In fact, some people on Father's Day wish themselves happy Father's Day.
Correct.
Because most likely because the men in their lives are not.
Right.
They are not doing what they are supposed. They're not stepping up as fathers.
Are you sure they are not stepping up, or they don't want them to step up?
Two sides of the coin, actually. Two sides of the coin. It could be that the man wants to, but because she's too hurt to let him get to the child, she then uses the child to hurt the man and say, no, we don't want you in our life, speaking for the child. That's not what the child wants. Obviously, it will show up later in the child's life that there is no male figure, there's no father figure. Right? So she's depriving the child. Right? And then there's the other part where the guy does not have any interest in that baby's upbringing.
And then that's where the whole blackmail thing then comes in.
But I'm going
we can say that's where it's all started from.
Social media.
No, it's blackmail. So
you don't send 30 million now.
Yeah, the medium with which you use does not reduce whether it's blackmail or black.
Blackmail is blackmail.
It's blackmail, black female.
I think, and I just want to, put something on the table just based off of everything that we've talked about so far. If anything, one thing is clear, and that is, even this whole concept of baby mama, what it leads to, what it doesn't lead to, what it might lead somebody to, what, circumstance might lead somebody to do it. It's evidence that it's all a cultural conversation. A cultural conversation in the sense that we're now in this day and age where the definition of values are different.
Correct.
Because even the way you described it, and even some of the things that you've shared, it's now clear that the concept of being a baby mama is now an aspirational thing for some people.
For some people, yes.
Right. And we have to ask ourselves questions like, what are things that are worth aspiring to? There was a time that you could actually be proud to stand somewhere, to say, I aspire to become X, Y, and Z in life. But in this day and time, it feels like these are the things that people aspire
to become baby mama.
Exactly. So
and they got the billionaire.
Yeah, and it then comes back to some of what Ashabi was saying earlier, which is at the end of the day, value system needs to also be talked about, because we're in a society now that, if we're being honest, doesn't necessarily value the right things. So if for somebody, we talked about security for you is just having money, because, hey, if you have security and then you don't have means, I'd rather have means and not have security. It really comes back to the value system. So I think that's also like a crucial conversation to have, to say, look, this is where we are now. Can we address it from the foundation, and then we see how we can walk our way up? Because
cry in a Lambo, this is like a beetle. Don't smile in a beetle. Cry in a Lambo.
Right.
I would better not cry at all, please.
There we go.
But if you go around town, Lagos, for example, you see a lot of examples like that. You see someone you call baby mama, and you're talking about lack of security and all that. Now there is a pilot one in front of her. There's a cat in between. Pilot two at the back. There are policemen fully armed.
No one has physical security.
Protecting her and the baby. And you are telling me that this is not laudable. They run me off the road many times. And,
it's okay.
And then they come down very loud at supermarkets, loud at everywhere, skimpily dressed. And nobody asking yourself, this girl is having the time of her
life.
Right. So what is wrong with
having the time of her life? She's not spiritually covered. She's not mentally covered. She's not emotionally covered.
We're talking about the benefits of it. And we can't lie to ourselves to say that there are no benefits. There definitely are. Certain people are living that lifestyle.
If you catch where?
There we go.
You catch the big fish.
So there's a strategy to catch him.
Strategy to catch him, actually.
So we're talking about the benefits that come with it. And if we're being honest, right, for some people, it's probably their ticket out of, whatever dunghill, poverty, or I don't want to go as far as say maybe abuse or anything, but it's just a ticket to live a better life. Right? But they're also, I think a question to also ask, for someone watching this or listening would be, at what cost?
How do you even judge the cost? You're not in that person's shoes.
exactly.
Life,
Which
yeah, to be able to
because
properly judge.
I feel like everything in life has some sort of is a give and take scenario,
Mhm.
right? Maybe what we're doing also is we're glamorizing the gains, but not talking enough about the cost
The
of it.
cons.
Because if we're being honest, yes, we've come to this point where these things have become the norm, but the same ones that will talk to you about, I'd rather cry in a Lambo. How long are you crying for? Right? What is the thing they took from you that's making you cry? Can you replace it?
And then
Tears they get level.
yeah,
Preach.
yeah. Just piggyback on what you said. What's the impact to the children? Most times we actually don't think about the children. We think about the mama.
Let me just hurt her.
The baby mama.
There's no long-term thoughts to.
What about the children growing up in a fatherless home, where you seldom see your father? All your needs are met. There are certain things that a man in the life of a child will do for the child, and that a mom alone cannot do. There are certain aspects of discipline that a father in the house, just being around, can deal with, even if you call him an ifulefu, right?
Which translates to
ifulefu is
a useless
man,
weak man. No problem.
But his presence does something.
Yeah, there's something that the presence of a man does, right, in a child's life. So most times, like you said, we are not even considering the impact this thing has on children.
Right.
I think maybe we may need to do a bit of studies on that, because the United States that has a lot of
that's where it came from.
Yeah. What?
That's where it came from.
United States that has a lot of statistics can tell you that a lot of crime is linked to fatherlessness.
Yes.
A lot of crime.
Yes.
Wayward children that are not doing well in school, and the rest of them, you can trace it back to fatherlessness.
Hi guys, I know you are enjoying the show, but subscribe, drop a comment if you have a comment. I know you have a comment because I know I said some things there. Anyway, let's go back to the show.
So what we refer to as is the child crying for help. But there's nobody to catch the child and help that child.
So it continues in that way.
Okay, because we've already now gone into deeper aspects of baby mama. Maybe, is there any reason that will make it worthwhile or justified to be a baby mama?
I think it's personal. It's a personal thing. What is the gain to you for being a baby mama? You decide that. Yeah, so for some people, it's the pilot. For some people, it's, after all, my big mommies and my uncles, they will stop disturbing me for marriage at this point because I'm too heartbroken to find somebody to marry me at this point. So let me just have a baby. One. For someone else, it is that pilot. For someone else, it's a duplex in Banana Island. And another house in maybe Seychelles or an island somewhere, knowing fully well that she can travel. So when the child bothers her too much, maybe the child, the toddler, she'll just drop him with grandma and she'll go away.
Take off.
So you determine what that benefit is to you, and then.
I don't mean to knock on somebody's hustle, as you had put it earlier, or somebody's.
So you're blaming me.
I'm corroborating what you said, which is some people actually plan their lives like that. But on the other hand,
can you blame them?
And that's what I'm coming to, which is to say that on the other hand, I also recognize that there are people that life happened to.
Yeah.
And
so
yes, I feel like I might be sounding this way, maybe also because I know one or two or three people, in my circle that are friends that have gone through similar experience. And
so that's where I wanted us to clarify about single parenthood or baby mom.
But in a way, depending on how you view it or whatever lens, right, it sort of kind of is almost the same. And that's a concern I have, because this culture of baby mama, there's a way we can really look at it and see how it's seeping into a number of things, right? It's just the way you describe it. So a woman, for example, that has a fantastic career, right? Using the example that you shared, for example, and then she has gotten to a point where she feels like there are not so many options anymore. She feels like time is going and all that. She then decides to just engage some random dude that doesn't want to commit or anything, and then they get together and then she has a child. On the basis of it, in simple terms, somebody took advantage of the other person.
Yes.
Yes. But depending on how you have the conversation, if it's from this other side, you say, well, she didn't have any option, she didn't have any. So there can be pity or remorse for the action, but it doesn't excuse the fact that the action was wrong, right? So that's a conversation to have. But then there's the other conversation of it, which is, it's baby mama, single parent, you have a child and everything. There's just so many things going on, but it just really feels like the emphasis is on glamorizing the benefits of living this lifestyle. And then every other thing that's a consequence or cost, nobody's really talking about that.
You know, in my little corner meeting one or two people, I've discovered that. So you see the glamour.
Yes.
However, behind the glamour, there's a need that is not met.
Yes.
And that's why if you are close to someone like that, you probably see into that person's heart. This person probably never wanted to be a baby mama.
Yes.
This person, given the chance of love and connection, will probably choose love and connection.
Of course.
But because society has probably accepted this norm now, pressure has overtaken her. She's not consumed by pressure. She's in it.
Yes.
She's in it. Okay. Now, is it all negative now? Is it all negative, or is there a positive out of this? Baby mama, is it all negative? Is it that everything we are going to be talking about it is just contrary to values? But is there is it a positive thing that can come out of this?
I want to be careful to comment on this. I'll let Ashabi go first.
For some people, I mean, they eventually become married to the same person that they have the child for. So there's the baby mama phase, and then they decide to step into the confines of the marriage. Eventually,
if the person was not married before.
Yes. So baby mama, from being a baby mama to someone that accepted the child, wanted to be a father, is ready, and then that was just a mistake, and then they step into marriage.
If I jump in there, Shabi, if we go back to Dawn's comment earlier, if you plot out to be a baby mama from inception,
if that was your intention,
then it's different from maybe
life happened to you. Yes.
Because what you're describing now is probably life happened to that person.
Yes.
The person that started to be a baby mama targeted a particular gentleman. I don't know that I can take any positive from that.
For that kind of person, the positive is very personal. The person involved would have to decide what the benefit is for her or him. You see that I now no longer have to deal with the emotional baggage of being that love and connection thing, that emotional baggage that comes with it. I no longer have to deal with it. I just need to take care of the child. So let's just face that, and that's that. That's the benefit to her.
Well,
right?
Does that thing always? So this is only a child that brings the two of us together.
Yeah.
Is that because most times someone plots their way and say, "Oh, I just want a child."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've gotten the child now. You now want to destroy the person's home.
Yes.
Do you understand that you don't spend enough time with us?
Oh.
You don't. When you even come, you are always in. You don't care. So I thought it's child you wanted.
Right.
You've gotten child.
Right.
Now you want love.
Hey.
Have you seen that this thing does not end?
Yeah.
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 Such a person has lost focus of why they became a baby.
No, because a human is.
They don't
constantly
evolving
evolving
strategy.
Evolving strategy.
The first leg is get this child.
Yes.
And then use this child
as a black
to access.
They went back to the drawing board. Strategy 2.0.
Re-strategize.
There we go.
We do this gentleman and probably destroy the wedding, the marriage, and then take over the
That one is.
But of course, you don't show your hand from the beginning.
From the
Just
beginning.
baby mama,
doses.
Baby mama
Just give me a child first.
And then after the child, if you are now lucky, a very traditional man that has all females with his wife, and baby mama now has the son.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not something like a Hollywood movie.
The Hollywood movie, unraveling.
Oh Lord.
Unraveling scene by scene.
My goodness. That man was
God, twin boy. The woman in the house, time to leave. It's time to leave. Pack your things that
girls,
ASAP.
and then 2 boys, and then the Iche in the village now knows that the Odogu has
somewhere.
It's the woman who gets 2 sons. That's the one that we entered the house.
The
straight up.
woman has now become the baby mama.
Let's start.
Like, I'm telling you, but of
before you
course,
know.
I can see the scene play out in my
I see.
one Saturday morning. Gate man just opened the door and say, "Madam, I'm sorry, you're no longer the madam."
Ah.
And she say, "Why?" I say, "The real madam is downstairs." That one just
Hey.
coming with lorry.
God,
I
I
oh
beg
my
you.
God.
Oh, nearly one day.
Oh Lord.
It's so bad.
Oh, nearly.
You have to go.
No, wait.
One
No,
day,
you're
one
pretty
day.
deep.
Wow.
It's true.
I beg you.
You know,
God,
Because
please,
these things happen.
Yeah.
Because so what Don said is very significant.
Yeah.
So you start by just being baby mama. That's what I want. Just take care of your child. And this child now comes in, you want more. And you begin to push more. Begin to push more. And then if the woman at home is not able to deal with it with wisdom, and then the marriage scatters.
Even if she deals with it with wisdom, some baby mamas then decide to be spiritual about it. And
You
they
mean
will,
fetish?
yes, they become diabolical rather about it. And before you know it,
what's the goal actually? So being fetish to achieve what?
to
take
get
over
the man.
You know,
No, but you had the man before now.
No,
Strategize now. Strategize.
You have to get
No, I want the man
So now
now.
want the man.
And you are getting child support. In fact, sometimes when you hear what some people are demanding for child support, you ask, what does the child eat? Gold?
But you said from the beginning
exactly.
there is a strategy.
Yes.
It's not the
strategy can change.
The passport.
I even feel
Access
I
the
even feel
man.
like there was a
Oh
way
my
Don
God.
answered the question from the beginning that even our spirit is now unraveling many layers. I'll be honest, because I'm discovering a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
But it sort of comes down to one thing for me, and that is the common denominator. I feel like it's really the individual.
The individual.
Right, each one of us,
Person
and I would even
involved.
argue it for both the women and the
And the
men,
men.
because there's also the side of it that applies to the men, right? I think that, like you said, there's the intention for certain people. This is what I want to do, right? And for certain people, life happens to you, but ultimately, there's just the human being, your dispositions, your value, your ability to address certain things where you are. Because at the end of the day, we can blame popular culture, we can blame conversations on social media from influencers. You can blame economy. We can blame 1,001 things. We can argue the conversation any way you want to, but ultimately it comes down to you the person. What will you do with with that information? What will you do?
What were you
What decision? Exactly. What were you planning? Right? Even though life happens to you, how do you move on from there? Right? How do you chart the course? Because when weighty things now start to come into the conversation, that's where you start to see the personality of the person. It starts to reveal your actual intention or the extent you are willing to go to maintain this one decision that you made, because we know that it never stops with just that one decision.
Never.
It will always continue. There will be a ripple effect.
Yes.
Ripple effect. And there's a way that even then spills into the seed, the child.
Yes.
That culture then spills into that, becomes a lot more popular. Because where we are today, it didn't start here.
No.
So are you saying that society has not accepted baby mama culture?
Yes.
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 But
even in the church. It has seeped into these areas, but the conversation is no longer is it right or wrong? Is what hand has life dealt you? Is there a way around it?
They try to justify it.
Do you understand? That's what it is now. Even though nobody's looking at it with the lens of, because somebody said a while ago, I read it somewhere, I just couldn't understand it. There's no longer black or white. There's now black, white, and grey. And I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
What's grey?
What is grey? Exactly. What is grey?
Is the in between?
In between.
So there's no such thing as right or wrong. There's now right, wrong, and tolerable.
A perspective.
I'm like, wait. Do you see what we're talking about now? So
the fact that you redefine, and branding is powerful, right? Branding is so powerful that you can call what will be what even both God and man or mankind, are boss. If you rebrand it and you keep pushing it and keep pushing it, one day it can become popular culture.
Yes.
It has become popular
culture.
No, so I'm talking of this one now. Right. This has become popular culture, but remember it started with rebranding, glamourizing, and then it now became a goal or a pathway, a career pathway for some people.
Right.
Career pathway.
career pathway. Because I mean, if we're being honest, anything that becomes popular attracts everybody, and everyone decides to jump on it. If we treat it as a product, if a product is selling, the next person is thinking, how can I either jump on the bandwagon to also become a seller, or I'll just plagiarize the same thing and do it myself.
So in a way, all of us have contributed to this.
No, am I among? Am I among?
You are among.
How?
No, I'm not, because on this podcast, I'm talking about I'm contributing to the rebranding of what was rebranded to be accepted.
No, because if you are going to travel.
Some people even do that.
Many years ago, these papers probably won't be able to approach you.
Yes.
But now, you go all out to say, let me help.
Because do we want to throw away the child? It has
so
been done. The doing has been done.
Is it done? So which means all of us have now accepted this.
Have you said
Perspective has made some of us helpless to accept it, because if my friend gives birth out of wedlock, she's a baby mama, she then now said that because of that, I will not now support her.
And no, so those are two different
things. We let her know that this is...
Of course.
But that's the thing, though. Do we do that in this day and time?
And
it depends on
the closeness to the person.
Yes.
Right? I can't just see anybody and just go and be telling them that what you are doing is good. No, so like you said, life happens to some people.
Yeah.
Right?
But those are not baby mamas.
Those are not baby mamas. Now, but the people that are intentionally trying to sabotage other people for their own benefit, and you're close to me, the least you will hear is my own viewpoint about it. And then the dangers it has. It has not always worked out for everybody. Right? The only reason why the glamour seems, to be pervasive is that we have not intentionally gone to really study it and also look at the downsides. Because it's not easy to take care of a child alone.
But nobody is having that conversation. Nobody will say this.
Nobody is even looking at the child.
Even the woman that is the baby mama, you have emotional needs.
Yes.
And the fact that
sex.
And it's not necessarily
intimacy.
Right. Even when you have sex is not necessarily intimacy.
I was about to say that because
it's transactional.
Yeah, so you have those.
You have it up.
Exactly.
You have those.
People hear intimacy and they'll be thinking sex. Two different things.
So you have those needs, and in the day of trouble, there is no one you can say that this is my own.
No,
they play my fans. They play.
Oh, that was simply now.
I just feel like
it's
a revelation just done.
Because of that does not have to. That even be seen.
Depending on who the baby father is.
Yeah.
And
if your baby father no get PA, PA
will appear. PA will appear, or maybe somebody from church will appear to say, because if children are very wicked.
It's like telling them
what do this. Wicked is that if your child now goes to a school and they now understand that you are a product, your mom is a baby mama.
You're not common, mommy. What is baby mama?
In the midst of they will insult you.
Yes.
Discrimination.
They will say you don't have a father.
Yes.
So how do you people?
So that's one of the major downsides that we don't talk about. It's a major. Remember those days where the children call some other people bastards.
Yeah.
So imagine this one. Maybe, and children can be unnecessarily uncensored.
Yes.
And
every time they're uncensored.
Every
time because they don't care.
They don't care.
There's no filter.
Or maybe they are even repeating what they
heard.
That's what it is.
And they don't even know.
That's what it is.
My mommy said.
I'm saying you don't have a father.
Hey.
My mommy said your mom.
Then it will not become a fight between both parents.
Yeah.
Wow, she must have found mommy pay. Only empty down before you know it. The school has head. something that is a family matter.
I mean, it's just overwhelming because the way you say it, I've been saying in my spirit since. Evidently, there are the things that we are talking about, we are, if we're being honest, glamorizing one way or the other. And there are definitely things that we're not talking about. That's affecting a lot of things. A lot of things. So, James, a lot of things and a lot of people. And I definitely think that we should start speaking to it. I said earlier about how I have friends that, might have been in one situation or the other. I'm very aware of that situation. When we speak, I try my best to pour it to them as much as I can, right? But in the small instances where there's an opening to also address certain things, I try to do that. So I have a friend who has a son, and from time to time we're talking about how, I'm good, my job is great, and all that. I'm like, look, can you maybe send him to me for like the weekend? And then because I have his attention, I have you for it, there's an opening. Can I talk to you about? One day I asked this friend of mine, simple question, what do you need now? And she thought about it for a couple of seconds because I said, don't answer me now, just take 10 seconds. Think about it. So she thought about it for 10 seconds.
No, 10 seconds.
No, I'm like, what do you need now? They just,
now,
yes, perspective wise. Yes, in this season of your life. But don't answer me immediately. Because she was going to say, money. No. You're good, but take some time. She thought about it deeply. And then she goes, where are you going with this? I'm like, no, I just need you to ask yourself the question from time to time. Because if we're being honest, you do have a great job. You do have money. These are the things that she will say to me. If I say, are you sure that you're good? She'll say, I have money. I have a great job. What am I looking for? But when you have that chance to speak to these things, however certain, I do think that we'll start to tip the scales because this world that we are far. And the we now is
ahead of us.
There's so many reasons why you should embrace this culture.
I have to stop you there because I think we have to round up. But is there a role we are playing either to reinforce this big mama phenomenon or to challenge it?
Whatever thing we're doing to challenge it, we have to do a whole lot more. Maybe it's working, it's just not as popular. We have to have the conversations a whole lot more and even ask ourselves questions like, what are we even doing that's indirectly even supporting this culture that we don't realize?
Attention. Anything you give attention grows. Right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a flight that landed safely make moves?
No. Safe flights don't make
it's only the flights
don't.
that crash that often makes news.
Yeah.
Now the problem with that is that you can tell the story of crashes so much that everybody these are good children. These are a good man.
Yes.
It's normal.
Yes.
But we've not given them their attention.
Yes.
There's no drama.
The reputation is not as
You are not glamorizing the right thing.
Yes.
We are glamorizing the wrong thing.
Yes.
I think that would be a nice place to stop it today. And I don't think we're able to exhaust this big mama phenomenon. We have to come back at it.
You have to come back. By which time there will be comments from certain parties
that
who
we can then address.
who would have thoughts and things to say to all of you. Please don't invite me for that one.
Please.
No, because I think you need to talk about the downsides of it. The disadvantages that everybody is now deodorizing.
Yes.
They are just putting powder on it and
making it look good.
Yes.
How does the woman feel when she sleeps alone inside the AC? Under the duvet in her room?
Alone.
There's a 100 inches TV in front of her, yes.
With her back aching.
The security man with gun is downstairs, yes. Okay, but really, how does she feel?
How does she feel when the child asks her question?
When the Bible said, don't have premarital sex. When doctors say, don't have premarital sex without protection, there's a reason for it. Now, see your life.
I shall decide your last word of
I said that nobody will come for you.
Maybe you're the one that hosts the one that is...
Now that you have done it, Shotiribai, Ojo.
Oh, Lord.
You went against God and you still went against your doctor's advice.
I think it's a topic you can't complete today. I see you have to do the content. But it's very evident that we need to have empathy and understanding around this topic.
Very
Yes.
important. Very important.
Understanding and empathy around this topic. Yes, there are career baby mamas. For some people, life happens to them.
Yeah.
What must we do? Just show compassion. On that basis, we say, have a great day. Please remember to comment, to share, to tell somebody about Suso TV, and see you next time.